Okay, so I'd like to welcome you all for in Musik Manila. Let me introduce myself first. I am Oscar Barbin from Challenge System, and we are the distributor of new tech in the Philippines. And together with me is GLPS. They are our gold partner. And for any inquiries about the product, about new tech, you can go to them and call on Jomar. And also, you are welcome to go to our booth. Okay? So I titled my talk about revolutionizing live entertainment, TriCaster's Symphonic innovation with NDI Technology for music, sound, and lights. Ang haba, no? Okay. So again, good morning, everybody. Ladies and gentlemen, esteemed colleagues in the world of light video production system in the planet. So let me start with the video.
All the details that cost hundreds of thousands of dollars to put in a TV truck in a neat little package like this just made it the obvious choice.
It's really shown people external to Guildhall how much we can do.
New Tech's TriCaster takes off the technical worries and gets you focused more on the creative part of the production.
Okay, that's New Tech. New Tech, by the way, is a US-based company, and they are the first to develop NDI technology. Okay. So imagine, if you will be orchestrating an entire production within the grasp of your fingertips, with TriCaster native interface, you wield the power to switch between multiple camera feeds in real time. So now they're switching camera feeds using our cameras here. And the one over. So there is no mere fit in a testament to the TriCaster ability to transform complex workflow into an artistic symphony. The New Tech TriCaster is not just a tool, it's a paradigm shift in how we conceptualize and execute AV live production. It empowers you to transform venues into theaters, events into experiences, and shows into unforgettable memories. Today, we're diving into how the TriCaster system, coupled with NDI technology, is reshaping the landscape of live production. The convergence of NDI technology with live entertainment has been particularly transformative. NDI's ability to transmit high-quality audio-video and feed it over the IP network has elevated the production value of live performances. From music concerts to theatrical production, NDI has allowed for dynamic camera angles, immersive visual effects, and enhanced lighting synchronization. So, indeed, the seamless fusion of audio, video, and lighting has elevated the realm of live entertainment to unprecedented altitudes, fundamentally reshaping how audiences engage with performances. Okay. Notably, over 2,000 companies have recognized the immense potential of NDI incorporating it into their products, and downloading the NDI SDK. And also, the kind of compression that it uses is the DCT compression, which is widely used in post-production. So how will this NDI benefit all of you? So from encoding to decoding, the original video, the first grab you get or the first recording would be the same up to the 1000 generation. So there is no gen loss. So NDI is multi-generation. And since the advent of 4K and Instagram and mobile video, NDI is can able to get to have that all from SD, HD, 4K to the square pixel and mobile. And of course, color space, 8-bit, 10-bit, and 16-bit is supported. Not only that, from the 25 frames per second up to 20 frames per second, recording can be supported. In terms of audio, it supports linear PCM, 32-bit audio, and it can have unlimited audio channels in NewTek system. And again, since we are using the LAN cable, one network switch is equivalent to 25 video hub routers. So in terms of savings, that will be a lot. And of course, one RJ45 cable is equivalent to 7 SDI cable. So that's truly a big savings. And again, the standard and format is agnostic. So we can support all of this from UHD to single link to NTSC, quad link, mini BNC. It's all supported. And again, you can do with remote production because once your system is connected to a network, you can have control over it. So during the pandemic, they were able to use this, the NewTek control panel and the camera located in a different room. Since there is, what do you call this? You have to be far from each other, social distancing. So they use the NewTek to be able to control and operate the system. So it's not only in the pandemic, you can also use it during calamities and other weather problems. Okay. So in terms of format and bandwidth, there are two types of NDI. We have the high bandwidth and the NDI HX3. So for the high bandwidth, it uses 130 Mbps link. So it would consume that bandwidth in one cable. But since a Cat7 cable is 1 gig, so you can have at least 7 to 8 signals on one Cat7 cable. For the compressed one, using H.264 and H.265 compression, you only use about 62 Mbps. So that's very minimal. And that is very good for, let's say, wireless connection. So this is how the new tech work. No? So everything will be connected to your network switch, and then it's controlled by your new tech TriCaster. So the new tech TriCaster is a vision mixer. Then you have everything. So if your cameras is not yet NDI capable or IP capable, we have converters like the Connect Spark and the NC2IO, which connects it and transform the signal into NDI. And the beauty with this, because this is software driven, it is very compatible with your video conferencing application like Teams, Skype, Google Meet, Zoom. So you just have to bring in the signals into your TriCaster. And also you can use your phone for as a camera. No? You just have to download your application. Download the application and you will be able to use the camera phone and connect it to the switcher. So, so there's an NDI application that you can use. So let's see. Okay. Okay. So they're switching it. Okay. So with this technology, you just connect to the access point of your router. Then it will connect to your switcher. So now I'm using my phone. See? Have adapted the NDI technology. So maybe you know all these things. You're familiar with them. And one of them is KiloView and Telecam. So if you want to see these two products, we have this in our booth, aside from the new tech. So Telecam, they also make new tech TTC cameras with AI. So it has the ability to track the speaker using AI. Okay. And we also have KiloView. KiloView manufactures different set of converters, NDI converters, NDI recorders, and so many much more. Even they also have an NDI switcher. So these are the other companies that have adopted NDI technology. So the NDI tools for you to know is a pre-download. So you can download it in your PC and you will be able to test and use it. So you just go to the website and you type in NDI tools and you can have all these apps. No? So you can have NDI Bridge, NDI Webcam. You can have plugins for your After Effects and Adobe Premiere. You can have NDI Studio Monitor. So anything that is connected to your network using NDI, you will be able to monitor using the NDI Studio Monitor. And there is also a Mac version. So if you're a Mac user, you can download this. So, and if you're a developer, you know how to develop apps, you can get the NDI SDK. Okay. So everything now is, you have control since this is software driven. That's why it's gaining a lot of popularity and because of it's flexible and cost effective. Unlike before, you have to have different sets of cables, different sets of adapters and converters to be able to interconnect different devices. But with software, NDI software, you can do this. Just a software download. Now let's go to the product line of TriCaster. So I'll first talk about the TriCaster Mini X. Okay. You can. Okay. By the way, as you can see, I was playing the video in my laptop, and this is just connected by a IP connection. No? This is USB-C. That's why I have this. But it's just all LAN cable. So this is our entry-level unit. So you can do and you can invest on these things. It's very affordable. So if you're starting a small TV studio, or you're doing a blog, or you're doing content, so you can use this. So we have 3 variants: the TriCaster Mini HDMI, the TriCaster Mini SDI, and the TriCaster Mini 4K. So these are the differences. So the TriCaster Mini uses 4 HDMI input, and the SDI uses 4 SDI input, and the Mini 4K uses IP, so all NDI. So this is a combination of all NDI input. The SDI is 4 SDI and 4 NDI input. The Mini uses 4 HDMI and 4 NDI input. And as you can see in the video before, it can do everything from green screen, virtual set, layover of graphics, and sounds and video player. It can do recording and even streaming to Facebook, YouTube, or any web address that you have. Okay. So this is just the technical features. So this is the video input of the HDMI, and this is the SDI. So the in and the output, and the analog audio output and input. So this is for the Mini 4K. So it has four PoE powered LAN connection. So you can directly plug in your NDI camera into the switcher, and it will power up the camera, and you can control it. You can take audio and video from it. Now let's go to the second model. This is a much higher model of the TriCaster. So this one is more professional. Unlike the previous one, it has, which has only 8 inputs. This one can do up to 16. Okay. So I'll just play this one. So the first one is the TC 410 Plus, which uses 8 external inputs. And this one is only up to HD resolution. The other one, in which we play the video, is the TC1 Pro. It has 16 external inputs. And of course, our top of the line video mixer is the TriCaster 2 Elite, which has 32 external inputs. Okay. So these are the differences, as you can see. So 410 Plus can do up to HD only, while the TriCaster 1 Pro can do 1 UHD output, while the TriCaster 2 Elite can do up to 2 UHD output. In terms of mix effect, so TC410 Plus and TC1 Pro can do up 4 ME, while the TriCaster Elite can do 8 ME. And that's a big factor in video mixer, because this is the capability to do multi-layering capability in live production. And aside from that, you can do re-entry. So you can do mix 1 input and re-entry it to mix 2. So you're building more layers. So for the monitors, the multi-viewer, the other two can have 3 monitors, while TriCaster 2 Elite can have 4 multi-viewers. And of course, the connectivity is the TC1 and the TriCaster can have up to 10 GB connection. So these are the backplane of the TC140. So you can see SDI connection, and if you still have analog audio, so you can plug in your audio mixer at the back of the system. So this is the multi-viewer interface, the network, the 3G SDI connection, Genlock, and analog audio. Okay. So this is your mix 1 and mix 2 output. So for the TriCaster TC1 Pro, so it's almost the same, yeah, except that it has a 10 GB connection. Okay. So if you're going to use this for your one UHD connection, you have to have quad link. So it will be taking all the 1 to 4 output to be able to generate UHD output. And this one is for the TriCaster 2 Elite. So as you can see, it has 8 SDI input and 8 SDI output. Okay. And it has red. So okay. So it's just like we're projecting our output to the LED wall. So they're just checking the system. So if you're a you have a big production, the TriCaster 2 Elite is your go-to equipment. Okay. So as you see there, so you have 4 multi-viewer output. So you have also Genlock and Tally. So if your system needs a Genlock control, you can have this Genlock, like in a broadcasting. So for the control panels of the system, we have the force stripe control panel and the truth stripe control panel. So this is for your vision mixer technical director. So they want to be immediately be able to switch on the inputs. So that's why we developed this control panel. Okay. And again, this is our new control panel. It's called the Plex Control Panel. So with this one, you can control everything. No? Although the previous one, this one, can also control your camera, your DVE, since it has a joystick. So this one, aside from controlling your camera, it has an audio control also, which the previous one doesn't have. And the beauty with this one is you can place it in let's say, one control booth, and it can control a lot of TriCaster system. You just need to input the IP address of that TriCaster. Let's say you have one TriCaster for Studio 1, Studio 2, Studio 3, Studio 4. So you don't have to bring this control panel into that studio. You just type in the IP address of, let's say you're going to control panel for the TriCaster Mini. So it's more compact. So if you have, let's say, a small room for you to control, so you can use this one. So as you can see, this is the control panel, and the Plex is able to control everything. No? But the force stripe can control the TC1 and TC Pro and the Elite. Okay. Now let's talk about the camera. Since we have a switcher, we need some input, so these are the cameras that you can connect to it. Okay. 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 So by the way, the clips in my laptop is directly streaming from the internet. So that's why there's some lag. No, it's not downloaded in my laptop. Okay. So these are the features of the new tech PTZ camera. So you just use one Ethernet cable for everything. So you use it for audio, video, the PTC control, tally, and of course, if it's PoE rated, your switch is PoE rated, it will also power up the camera. And if you want to connect a microphone on it, you can do so using a mini XLR connection. So it's a professional type of audio. And it uses a 1-inch sensor from Sony. So that's why the quality is good. And it has 30x optical zoom. Okay, so it also supports H.264 and H.265 via NDI HX. Can you switch? Can you show them the camera? Can you switch? Let's try it. Let's have them switch the camera. Boss, can you switch the camera and show them how you can control and so it's really good quality. No? Okay. Okay, so yan. Okay. So I can see. So they're using this camera now. So that's very useful in a lot of application, not only in broadcasting. You can also use it for your, let's say, a church or a concert or even your video conferencing. Okay. Then you can add your microphones for each camera. So usually they use this for, like, for example, different classrooms or different conference room to record what's happening on that room. Okay, so for different application, there's a different type of connection. But this is the basic one. So all is connected to your switch. Then you connect your NDI video mixer into the switch and your audio mixer. Then you can either stream it to your favorite social media sites. So now we have the new tech 3Play 2. Okay. So do we have a video of new tech 3Play 2 there? The slow-mo machine. So the new tech 3Play 2 is our slow-mo machine. So this is good for sporting events. And we have a demo system in our booth. So you just go to our booth. So you can see how a slow-mo is being done in real time. Okay. Play and of course some of the calls. Okay. So this is a typical connection. So you have your, by the way, the AAA2 can also accept SDI signals, but most of the time it's via IP, and you all connect it to your switch. Then if you're using a regular camera, you can also use our converter, which is the Spark Plus. And that goes to your 10 GB switch. Then you can make a playlist of your recording, of your highlights. So you mark in, mark out every, let's say, interesting moves, and you make a playlist of it, and then you can have two outputs, replay 1A and replay B. So while you're doing the, let's say, while you're playing the highlights on channel A, on replay A, you are preparing already the highlights on replay B. And also, you can connect this to your external storage, also using NDI. So you can have a complete setup. So it's quite small, right? So in network input, it can take 8 IP input, and you can combine SDI input onto it, but only 4. So for SDI input, then you can have additional 4 IP input. So it has 2 video output, either SDI or IP. Then it has a built-in 10 terabyte storage. No? So if you don't have external storage, you can use the 10 TB storage in the system. And it uses QuickTime HQ for recording. So immediately, all your recording on this machine can be immediately edited. So you can bring it to your, let's say, Adobe Premiere or Avid or any editing application, and it will be readily be recognized by the system. No more transcoding or exporting. Okay. Then it has built-in telestration. So the telestration is you can write on the video, like for example, for analysis and then the movement of the players. Okay, so this is the converters. So let's say your camera or your DSLR is not yet NDI capable. You can use these converters, and new tech call them the Spark Plus. So these devices are I/O, meaning input and output, so they are bidirectional. So you can use it to encode, and you can also use it to decode. So the only difference is that the Spark Plus I/O 4K uses HDMI, So it uses HDMI. The Spark Plus IO 3G uses HD SDI. And the Spark Plus 12G uses the more high bandwidth 12G SDI. So with this one, all your devices can be NDI capable already just by using this one. And there are a lot of manufacturers that does NDI conversion. And one of them is KiloView. So KiloView is also a good product, and it is supported by NewTek. And there's also Bird Dog and other products that you can use. Okay. So I think that's my presentation, and I think we're going to have some short videos for you to watch about NewTek. Okay. Okay. So I think I'm already done. So let's wait for the next speaker. Okay. Thank you, and I hope you enjoy the show. And we welcome you to go to our booth. No, so our booth is outside. You try to have a hands-on of the system, and if you have some other question about you can do so. Okay, thank you very much. Thank you for your time, and hope to see you in our booth.